Whoa.
You sang that whole fucking first verse wrong.
I'm trying.
You tried.
Party pooper.
Hello, guys. Welcome back to the Charming Analysis Podcast. Also, welcome back to part 2 of our Equestria Girls mini-series podcast.
Yes.
So yeah, today we're going to be talking about mainly the second movie, Equestria Girls Rainbow Rocks, but we're also going to be talking about the shorts that premiered along with the actual movie. We probably won't have much to say about it, but we are going to review those too. And I guess talk about them. Mm-hmm. So, why don't you explain what the second movie's about, honey?
I want you to explain all of these.
Why me?
Because I think it'll be more interesting because you don't know jack shit.
Alright. Well, do you want to start with the shorts then, since we saw that first?
Sure.
Okay, so basically, there was a total of... How many shorts were there? I think there's 8. So, before Rainbow Rocks came out, there was a set of 8 shorts that came out. They don't really all have the same plot, but they all have to do with music and have to do with how the elements of harmony are presented through music in the Equestria Girls universe is basically what happens in that. While in the movie, there's apparently these 3 siren characters that turn into girls in this movie, and so they're the enemies this time. And it's basically a battle of the bands with pony girls, apparently. It's basically that.
Yes.
But also, this is also considered Sunset Shimmer's redemption arc in a sense.
Yes. Because
she was the villain in the last movie, but she's trying to redeem herself in this movie, in a sense. It's basically the sum of it. A very basic version of it. So we're going to talk about the shorts first. So basically the shorts were all just talking about how the powers kind of work, and I guess how music kind of influences a lot of stuff in this universe, magic-wise. So I guess, which was your favorite of the shorts?
Well, my favorite is obviously
Sunset Shimmers. Yeah, I will admit.
I love that. I just like the song. I like how you didn't know if that was gonna be part of the movie or not, because it does. I don't believe it advertised itself like that. I think it just. I think people liking Sunset was something very unexpected, and that's why the movie was as good as it was. They did not expect the Sunset Shimmer redemption arc.
Okay.
And I think that's why a lot of people gravitate toward this character.
More in this movie than the first.
Yeah, much more in this movie. Because I don't know if I want to get into all of it now, but God. Why? It just made me totally did a 180 on this character. But, you go on ahead, say the stuff that you liked. And
personally, I don't mind the shorts. I think they're all right for what they are. This is why we're not individually reviewing them, because there's not really much to say about them when it comes to it. Because they're 2-minute shorts. 8 2-minute shorts, basically. So, something that I thought was interesting is that they decided to do that many shorts in the first place for this one movie. But I will say this, though, so quick question, honey, did these come out around the first time the movie was going on, the shorts, or did they come out, way later?
They came out before Rainbow Rocks.
Okay.
Rainbow Rocks came out in the fall, I think.
Okay. So basically these shorts came out between the first movie and the second movie, but it's supposed to kind of, get you hyped for the second movie, basically, is at least from what I'm getting at. So something that I noticed about the shorts is that each one pretty much focuses on one specific character and stuff, but I think out of all the ones that they showed us, my personal favorites were the DJ Pone 3 one and the Sunset Shimmer.
Of course.
Because the DJ Pone 3 one, we don't really see much of her, honestly. So it's kind of nice to see her in this universe and a little mini episode thing focused on a character that's not a main cast character. Because I think that's one of the only characters that really gets that, from what I can tell. Because even though it does focus on the main 6, they do have some appearances from other characters in the series. But not that many, to be honest with you. It's mostly just the pony characters. Like, I thought we would have had, like, some of the villain characters as teachers, like Discord, Sombra, stuff like that.
That would have been fucking awesome. I'll tell you that. If they had, like, professors.
Like, because I could see Discord being a professor for some reason.
Yeah, he would, like... You know what they showed? Oh my god. Okay, I know that this is a spoiler, but it, like... Where Twilight goes to school is pretty much Sci-Twi. Where Sci-Twi goes to school... this is a spoiler for the 3rd movie. It's not really that much of a spoiler, but whatever. Where she goes to school, it's like the Crystal Empire version of the high school.
That's interesting.
But it's run by like a character that's like made up for the movie. It's not. There's no pony.
That's kind of sad.
Thing. And I would be like, if Discord were to rule this fucking school,
that probably would have been a better
been amazing. But I bet they couldn't get John Delancey to probably voice him.
Probably. That's probably why they didn't.
Expensive motherfucker, but
he does play Discord though.
Yeah, but I would have killed to at least seen them seeing Sunset and Discord banter. I would have killed to see that shit.
They probably would have.
The closest thing you would ever see to that is like Trixie and Discord bantering together, but that's about it.
Anyway, back on topic with this. There's not really too much to say about the shorts, so we're just gonna give our rating for the shorts, and then we'll give our rating, and then we'll talk about the movie, and then give our rating for that. So, what do you give the shorts as a collective out of 10? In your opinion?
I give it the shorts all together.
Yeah,
I would give probably, it's good hype. It's good hype for the movie. I would probably give, they're entertaining. I give them a 6.
You give them a 6?
Mm-hmm.
I pretty much give it like a 6 as well. Like, there's not really much to them, but I can see why people would get hyped for the movie with it, so I will give it a 6 out of 10. It was interesting to watch. I just didn't expect them to make like 8 fucking shorts though, because most of the time movies have like at least maybe 2 to 4, 5 at the most, I think, for one thing, like one property.
But but this is Hasbro. Like,
I know,
they can do whatever
but
the fuck they want, in my opinion.
I know, but I'm just not used to seeing that many shorts for one franchise as a whole. But that's just personally me. Alright, so that's our rating for the shorts, because we were going to decide to review that as well. Because we're reviewing whatever we can for part 2, but we're mainly going to be focusing on the second movie. So, now we're going to talk about Rainbow Rocks. So, something I will say off the bat before I give the floor to you, honey. Something that I will admit, this movie blew my expectations of the last one. I will say that. It's a lot better than the first movie. And that's hard for sequels at this point. Most of the time sequels are either you either get the good sequels or the butt sequels. This is actually one of the good sequels. Surprisingly, in my opinion. Like, I like that we had a redemption arc for Sunset and Shimmer. I thought I am stuttering, I'm sorry.
Sure.
Anyway, I'm happy that we actually get a redemption arc for her. I thought that was a good touch and stuff like that. This was before redemption arcs decided to become repetitive, so for the time period, I think it's a good thing and stuff like that, because sometimes you kind of need to have a redemption arc for certain characters. Not like every fucking character, but like you need to have like a couple of them.
Well, I think it works. That's the thing about it. It works because Not saying she deserved it, but she kind of needed to understand how
much she ruined everything last time.
How much she kind of was an ass to people. And it's not easily forgiven.
Yeah, and I can understand what they do with it and stuff like that. This is one of those ways where that you can make a redemption arc in a good way, in my opinion.
Because it's high school.
Yeah.
Like, no one gives a
no one gives a shit in high school.
No one gives a shit in high school. And the fact that they were able to make this, like, redemption arc happen in a high school setting is really good to me. And the way that they did it, maybe that's just me. Maybe it's just me and my personal, like, maybe it's just me, like, being personal with the character. But I relate so much to Sunset. The way that, like, you know, the way that, like, people would, like, you know, whisper about her past actions. The way that her friends would leave her out of, like, you know,
certain things.
Like, most things in general.
Even though, like, she's technically part of the friend group, she's not that close to them yet.
Yeah, she's not close to them at all. And they don't consider her, like, you know, close either. She's just there to be the cheerleader and stuff like that.
And kind of just try and be the little supportive side character, but I'm glad they gave her more to her character. I'm happy about that.
And you can see that she's clearly upset and doesn't want to be, like, you know,
known for being bad all the time.
The it girl. Like, she doesn't want to be, like, you know, the side bitch that tags along and shit, but she has to so that she doesn't get in anybody's bad graces. I relate so much to that shit. You have no idea. I literally was Sunset in high school, and the fact that I did watch this in high school
made it feel a little bit better.
Made me feel a little bit better about
and
myself.
Relatable.
Yeah, it still fucking, you know, relates to me, and, like, you know, a nostalgic / angsty adult way now. So it's just, I don't think I'll ever get, like, you know, tired of Sunset. I think Sunset...
I don't see that being a possibility for me either, and I've only seen the character a couple times before watching these movies, so I think she's a good character. I wish she was kind of seen a little bit more, personally, but I think she's a good character.
Well, once the third and fourth movie comes, like, she starts to be, like, you know, she starts to actually get into, like, the leader role and stuff like that, and they have a little bit more fun with her character. Like, you understand, like, you know, it's like, oh, she's actually, you know, adapted to, like, you know, living as a human and, like, what she does with her time and all that stuff. And it's really interesting. It's really interesting. Sunset is, like, the best fucking and she's not, and you know what the good thing about it is? She never turns into a goody two-shoes.
Yeah.
She always has that, like, you know, she has her personality still. She can still get mean. She can still, like, you know, be...
She's still, like, human.
She's still cocky. She's still all that shit. And, you know... But she, like, you know, she fucking owns it, and that's what I love about that girl, man. That's what I can literally, like, go out of fucking, like, why she's probably, like, top 3 best female characters that I've ever seen, but...
Yeah, but you can gush about her later, honey. Let's actually talk about the movie.
I just really like her. You can see the improvement, right?
Yeah, I can see the improvement in this movie in a sense. I can see it in the art style. The art style, honestly, has really improved from the first one. It doesn't look as wonky as it did, so that was a plus. Mm-hmm. The voice acting was still great, like the other one. I do like the songs better in this one than the first one, but the first one's still alright. But I do like this one better. I also like that we actually got to have some more side character talkings in this compared to the first one. Like, Trixie plays a little bit more of a prominent role in this one. Not as much as, like, Sunset.
Played a lot more of a prominent role in a special that I will show you later date. But.
Yeah. But I like that we actually get to see a side of, a couple side characters from the original series and stuff that we don't really get to see much of anymore, which is kind of sad. But I'm glad that they're doing what they're doing. I think it's a good movie. I love the costume designs of the characters in this. I like their little rainbow, ring boom, whatever they're called. The fucking anime girl transformation shit. I can't think of...
I did not. Okay, there's one thing I really, really don't like about it is that fucking costume design at the end, the way they were about. That was so... Like, whoever designed that should not ever... that was so bad.
I don't mind them.
That is the worst design. Like, I've seen it out of this series so far, honestly. It probably will be actually the worst design. Actually,
I don't think it's that bad. But that's
really
just
bad
me.
to me. It's really bad to me. I'm sorry. That's the one thing I just don't like about, don't like about the movie, but that's the one thing I absolutely despise about the movie. That fucking design. But it's like a design from like one scene is the worst thing I can say about this fucking movie. I think we're good because there's just nostalgia talking. But
yeah,
I just love the character interactions in this. I love Dazzlings. I love the music.
The Dazzlings, I will admit, way better villains than Sunset Shimmer ever was.
Of course.
However,
how are you gonna compete with Sunset Shimmer? Compete with
these fucking bitches?
How are you gonna compete with like Kazumi Evans? How are you gonna compete with that? You can't. You can't compete with Kazumi Evans at all because she's got like that.
That sassy voice.
She's got that beautiful, seducing voice, and it's just, so devilishly evil. It's like, oh God, I wish honestly.
We get the point, honey.
I just, oh God.
Okay,
she works.
so
she works,
honey.
She works,
honey. We can gush about it later.
I want to continue gushing.
I know, but come on, we gotta talk about the rest of it. Look, okay, so another thing I want to ask about it. So,
okay, what?
Do you feel like this movie has improved a lot compared to the first one? Yes. I personally think yes.
Yes, of course it did. It improved on animation, improved on how they react, the little touches that they do, like Twilight folding her hands to look like hooves. That was a nice touch. Yeah. Honestly.
I like that they're working better with how they're designing the characters and how that they're making them move and stuff like that.
Some of the designs are still shit,
but they're not as bad as it was in the first one. Yeah. The first one is good, but it could have been better.
Yeah, like the way that the Dazzlings are designed.
Yeah.
I think that's really
that I will agree on. The Dazzlings have some pretty good character designs. Yeah. I will admit that too.
But they're taller, their hair is more
poofed out and kind of like literally something Jay's also mentioned. This kind of gives off a Gem in the Holograms kind of vibe.
It does.
A lot of the Equestria Girls stuff kind of brings that into this. Mainly like the Dazzlings do, but there is some things that kind of remind me of it too. I've never really seen the show or anything, but I can get the vibe from it. I've seen a little bit of it, but not the whole movie. That should be a podcast we could do, Gem and the Holograms. I think that'd be interesting.
Oh, no.
Let's
not watch the movie. Please don't watch Gem and the Holograms.
I was going to say the animated one.
Oh, I thought we were going to talk about the...
No, I just want to watch the animated one.
I thought we were going to talk about the movie. Actually, you know what? Let's watch Gem and the Holograms, the movie.
Let's watch both and then just, compare it.
No, because I heard that's a shit awful movie.
Whatever. Anyway... back on topic. So, I guess what's something in this movie that you like a lot better that they did in the first one that you feel like they could have just improved on at this point?
Like, what do you mean?
So, is there an element from the first movie that they put into the second one that they executed a lot better?
You mean everything?
Besides that, can you give a specific example? Besides the animation, because we already know that.
Animation's clearly going to improve because animation always improves over time.
Well, depending on stuff.
But yeah, depending on things. Oh God, I'm so tired. The music improved a lot.
Honestly, yeah.
It did. I think Daniel Ingram knows how to capture mood with bass.
Yeah.
I think the bass really pops out. Like they have the songs. I think the reason why is because like they have to make it more atmospheric because of the fact
the way
that
the new characters are.
Yeah, that's the way that the new characters are, and like with their songs in particular, you can hear that, and it just works so fucking well. It's just
So I guess other than that, is there anything else you really want to say about it? Besides gushing, you can do the gushing later, but I guess okay? So you said that there's a third movie.
There's a lot of memes in Rainbow Rocks.
That's true. I can see that.
Taco Tuesday.
Oh gosh.
Wait, this is the same
Tuesday.
year that the Lego movie came out.
What?
Tuesday. So it's
Fuck! They referenced the Lego movie?
It's Taco Tuesday.
Fuck.
Taco Tuesday.
I can't believe they're actually referencing this in a My Little Pony movie. Wow.
They reference a lot of shit in that little.
That's what I'm surprised at. They reference a lot of shit in that.
Daft Punk.
Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, they did in this.
They did, yeah.
Fuck, I forgot about that. Rarity had a fucking Daft Punk outfit. Like, dude.
That was cool though.
Yeah, it was cool.
I would love to see Rarity in a Daft Punk outfit. Like,
that'd be cool.
I wish we saw that in the actual series.
That would be nice. Okay, so all right, one more question and then we can rate the movie. So, well, actually two. So, besides Sunset Shimmer, who's your favorite character in the second movie? That isn't her, because we already know you like her.
Adazio Dazzle.
Okay, so the main girl?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, for me, I'm appreciating Sunset Shimmer a lot more in this one compared to the first. But that's just me personally.
Well, I think everyone appreciated her because nobody saw that coming.
Honestly, no one really saw it coming. Anyway, so I guess what's the name of the third movie?
Friendship Games.
Okay, so that's gonna be interesting. And then
Gayest
Side-Twi fucking comes in this.
Side-Twi comes in.
Is that what they call her?
Yes.
Really?
She's literally just season 1 Twilight.
That's it?
That's it.
Okay, then. This is going to be interesting compared to the Twilight we knew for the first two fucking movies.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, that's basically the end of part 2 of this podcast. Let's give our rating and then I guess talk what we're going to do next.
Give your rating first.
For me, this one's a whole lot better than the first one. It's improved on a lot of stuff. It blew my expectations out of the water compared to the other one. I'm honestly surprised because the first one was just but this one is like chef's kiss, the good shit.
It's the good
kush. So I'm going to give this one, surprisingly, I give it a 7.5. I actually think it's a solid movie.
You think it's a good movie?
Yes. It's not the best movie I've seen out there, but it's a solid movie. It's a lot better than the first one. Yeah. But there's better ones out there, but I will admit I did like this.
It has a more level consistency.
Yeah. So 7.5 for me. I'd probably give it a good rating like that.
Okay.
What about you?
I give it an 8.
You give it an 8?
I give it an 8. I don't know if it's the nostalgia.
Probably that and books and other things.
Probably that, my love for Best Pony. But I really think it is good. I really think it is that good. It was like, honestly, one of the best anime films that came out of that year. I'm sorry, but it was.
Okay, so something else I want to ask before we end the podcast and kind of talk about stuff. Is there any shorts that go with the third movie?
Yes.
Okay, then. So looks like... So for the next podcast, so that's basically the end of part 2 of our Equestria Girls miniseries.
Uh-huh.
So next episode, we're going to be doing part 3. How many shorts are there?
I have no idea. I have to look them up.
But we're going to watch whatever shorts we can find for the third movie and then watch the third movie, Equestria Girls Friendship Games. So that's going to be our third podcast and part 3.
Cool.
So far. All right. So, yeah, that's the end of the podcast. We're going to be trying to at least get part 4 of this and part 3 up, like recorded at least. And then by the end of the week, we're going to try and post the first 4 episodes of this new season, along with posting our watching and posting our first movie of 2021, which is going to be Soul. And then we're going to start Hilda season 2.
And then go from there.
But that's basically the plan so far for the rest of this month at this point, for those who didn't catch our last podcast. But yeah, we're just trying to do whatever we can each month. Hopefully we can get some good stuff out so we don't get burnt out as much. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this podcast. I think it's a little bit shorter than the other one.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, even though we had more to talk about with this one compared to the first. But thank you guys for watching.
It would have been mainly gushing.
Yeah, but I don't want to do too much gushing. Because you're going to go on for hours like you did with Hotel Transylvania. You went on for fucking hours.
Sorry, Marty, if I was passionate about...
You're allowed to be passionate, but like, you gushing like a waterfall and a fruit gusher.
But my boys and my girls and my NBs and all of that shit. I know.
Anyway, so yeah, thank you guys for watching our podcast. Thank you for tuning in for season 2 so far, and for part 2 of our Equestria Girls mini-series we're doing. So, catch you guys for the next episode. Be sure to like and subscribe for more content coming soon. I'm Mari.
I'm Jay.
And we're out.